So I just had a simple fix here. I was brought this by a coworker and they wanted it fixed. They said that they had just let it sitting for a while and it didn't want to start when they went to use it. Typical non-start issue, to be honest. So all I did was replace the primer bulb because this one was kind of old and ratty. It was still sucking fuel, but it definitely needed to be changed. And then the diaphragm and gasket. 9 times out of 10, probably closer to 7 or 8 times out of 10 actually, non-starting issues with especially these cheap weed eaters, doesn't matter if it's a Troy Bilt or a Craftsman or an MTD or a Homelight, most of the time these gaskets are the culprit. And usually when you try and start your machine, it will pop off a few times and then it'll just quit. Doesn't matter if it's full choke, half choke, it just won't want to run at all. So I would recommend looking up your model number. Usually the serial number and model number are down here. Keying that into a website like e-replacement parts and getting the proper part and replacing that gasket. To replace the gaskets on these, it's pretty easy. All you do is take the air filter off. You don't even have to remove the carburetor, but you just take off these 4 screws on this plate right here. You pull that little metal piece off, and then this is right in there against it like that. You just pull that off, inspect everything, make sure it's nice and clean. This one was. And then put the new gasket on, put that back on, 4 screws back in. That's just the inside of one of these. The primer bulb's a little bit easier. You just take the 2 screws out, remove the plate, and then just replace the primer. And there you go. If you guys need links to either an entire carburetor or primer bulb or what have you, check in the description because they're listed. Let's start this and do some weed trimming.